Byron, how tough was it to have to kind of wait a couple games to get out on the field, and did you have any nerves before you went out and made your debut on Saturday?
It was pretty tough. I couldn't play the first 2 games, but I was really excited about getting back on the field. Everything, I was working so hard, and stuff like that, but I was really excited.
Adam, and then Vince.
How disruptive do you think you were in that first game, and do you feel like that's your role in this defense?
I feel like I did pretty good. Still got to, work out some nerves, but it was pretty good for the most part. My role for the defense, doing my part, I feel like I did pretty good doing that.
Byron here. What are some things that stand out about Florida? Obviously, everyone talks about their quarterbacks they bring to the table. What's going to be important for you specifically in this Florida game?
Me really contain the edge, keep the quarterback in the pocket. Them probably the main 2 things. He's a good runner, both of them, so we got to contain him. That's probably the biggest issue.
Austin.
Coach Apple talked about going on the road yesterday. Kind of, what are your emotions going on the road for the first time in SEC play, and what are you expecting at this point?
I'm really excited. First SEC game, going on the road. That's why I came to Tennessee to compete. So I feel like it's going to be pretty good atmosphere. So I'm ready for it, honestly.
Jimmy.
A couple things. Coach Garner said he thought you were a little bit rusty. Did you feel rusty against Tennessee Tech?
A little bit. I had to sit out for about 2 weeks. So they had to get me back going. Now they didn't really just wanted me to throw me in the fire, so they kind of walked me into it. But I'm adjusting pretty well to it. I feel like I'm pretty ready right now.
And what do you feel like makes you a good pass rusher?
My speed, my quickness on the edge.
Byron, Coach Heupel talked about how much weight you've put on since you got here. How much have you added, and how is that? Did you feel like that was something you needed to do when you got here?
I added about 25 pounds. I needed to add weight just for going against big O-linemen and stuff like that. Got to set the edge, so I needed that.
Byron, you and Tyler Barron pretty close. You guys, have both really developed. What was it like to be on the field with him and kind of you two on the field together at the same time, and with that anticipation that it would happen?
It was great because me and him, we normally never be on the field at the same time. So having him right there and we communicating, it was really good. We play the same positions, but sometimes he go to DN. So like while he on the field, he know both positions. We talk to each other, communicate. So it was really good.
Byron, what did you take from the first game as something that you really wanted to improve going forward?
I feel like I need to, pick up my pace, my speed and stuff like that. Start by using my hands better. I got the butterflies out most of it, so like I feel like I'm pretty ready.
Did you have like a moment where you kind of were like, okay, I'm back? Because this is the first game in 2 years. Did you have a moment or a hit or something that kind of got you back into?
Oh yeah, it was. I think of like the second drive I went in. You know what I'm saying? I was ready then. I was good.
Byron, a couple of things. How do you feel like you do against the run? Is that a challenge for you?
The run, I think I do pretty decent with the run. I need to work on that a little bit, but with the run, I'm pretty good with it though. With the run.
And I thought a couple of times on pass rushes, you had some games that you were running up front where you were twisting and stuff. Is that something that's typically a part of what you guys do in the pass rush?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you're effective with that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, sir.
First time going through all the Tennessee pregame football traditions. Were there any wow moments for you with any of those things for the first time?
Yeah, yes, sir. It was. Well, my family finally got to come to my game, so like, I'm doing pregame. It was, nice to see them in the stands and stuff like that. But everything else, it was pretty good.
Byron, I think just about everyone knows your story by now. Was there a time when you got to Tennessee when you were thinking like, man, like I finally made it, like I'm here now, it's been a weird ride, but I'm at a big place now?
I still do that sometimes. Like I'm just walking on campus, I'm really at the University of Tennessee. It's kind of wild that, everything I've been through, to get here. I'm finally here, so like I'm trying to make the best of it.
To piggyback that, all that you've been through, did it make it easier to just, kind of withstand those 2 weeks that you had to sit out because you've worked so hard to get to this point?
It made it really harder.
Hard?
It made it hard because I felt like, I've been through a lot, and it's just like another thing. It always something else, So like when that happened, it hit me pretty hard because I work hard in camp, just to get here, just to get to that moment. So like we were preparing all week for that game and found out I couldn't play. It kind of hit me pretty hard.
Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not seen the poster for Georgia Military and gone down that path, where your life might be now?
I don't really like to think about that. I just always think that everything happens for a reason. So like, like that incident that just happened, I couldn't play 2 games. Like my mom told me, like, everything happens for a reason, So it's probably a reason I couldn't play them 2 games. It probably was for the best. Anything could have happened. So I think that same thing when I found that flyer, it was just meant to be.
Yeah.
You kind of just talked about it, but you said it hit you pretty hard when you found out you couldn't play. But who did you lean on in those moments to keep your spirits up? And who are some players in the NFL that you like to watch and model your game after?
Well, I leaned on my family. I was, talking to my family the whole time. My mom and dad, they kind of kept me uplifted and stuff like that. But some players I look at is Khalil Mack. He's probably like the number 1 player of Von Miller. I like to watch them too. I feel like I play familiar, kind of like both of them.
What ways?
With the speed. And Khalil Mack got the power, he like the long arm. I feel like I do that pretty well.
Back to West, last week.
Byron, I know that there's a lot of reasons. People have a lot of motivation to go out there and play well, and everybody's got their own story. But do you feel like with the stuff you've been through, if you can go out there and have a big career, that it could mean something to a lot of people who kind of think about, wanting a second chance or an opportunity to go out there and play, do something?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm kind of like a role model. Like from where I'm from, a lot of people really don't make it. I'm like the first one to really, in the community, really that go to college and do what I do. So like, I feel like it's a big help.
Thanks, BY.
So.
Thank you, Byron.